Hello friends, this is the third part for the miscellaneous exercise of the chapter number 3, Trigonometry-II. These examples are the examples from the example number 16 to 31. As compared to the 10th standard, all the examples are very tough. Though if you have got that is 98% in the 10th standard, but in the 11th standard, all these examples are highly tough. All these examples require too much practice to become you expert in these examples. In this my video, I try to explain in a very simple language. I hope that you will understood all these examples. विद्यार्थी मित्रों, हा संकीर्ण अभ्यासातला तिसरा पार्ट आहे चॅप्टर नंबर 3 आणि ट्रिग्नोमेट्री 2. यामध्ये एक्झाम्पल्स क्रमांक 16 to 31 आहे. हे सर्व एक्झाम्पल्स मी अतिशय सोप्या भाषेत एक्सप्लेन करायचा प्रयत्न केलेला आहे. मला असं वाटतं की तुम्हाला सर्व काही यातले समजेल. तर सुरू करूया miscellaneous exercise chapter number 3 trigonometry 2, and this is my third part for this miscellaneous exercise. Now let us start the example number 16. Cosec 48 plus cosec 96 plus cosec 192 plus cosec 384 equals to 0. Now here we will collect the two times of the term, that is a cosec 48 is equals to cosec 90 minus 42. That is their subtractions is comes to 48. Now see this here. This cosec 48 can be written as cosec 90 minus 42. 90 minus 42 is 48. Now again there is one more formula, that is a cosec 90 minus theta is equals to sec theta, and in this way we get here sec of 42, and the reciprocal of the sec of 42 is 1 upon cos of 42. Therefore cosec 48 is equals to 1 upon cos of 42. Now see this here. Next we'll collect the second term, that is a cosec 192, and here I want to change the trigonometry function, and that's why this angle must be integral multiple of the pi by 2, and the 270 is nothing but 3 pi by 2. Pi by 2 is 90 degree, and 3 pi by 2 means what? 270, and that's why 270 minus 78, cosec 270 minus 78. Again here is the integral multiple of the pi by 2, then the function will change. Then what will the sign for this cosec 270 minus 78? It will be the minus sign, because this term goes in third quadrant, and in third quadrant sign and it's a reciprocal, they are negative, and that's why here is a minus sign. And here is the integral multiple of the pi by 2, that is a 3 pi by 2, and the cosec become sec of 78. Now we'll take their reciprocal, it's a reciprocal, that is equals to, now see this here, minus, because it goes in third quadrant, that is a minus 1 upon cos of 78 degree. Now next, cosec 48 plus cosec 192 is equals to 1 upon cos of 42 minus 1 upon cos of 78. Now in this case, we evaluate the first these two terms and then the remaining two, and that's why we will get the answer of this question. Now see this here. We'll take here the cross multiplication, that is a 1 into 78. Cos of 78 is a cos of 78 minus 1 into cos of 42 upon cos of 78 into cos of 42. Now here we'll apply the formula for cos of c minus t. That is a 2 times c plus t upon 2 and into sine of d minus c upon 2 upon cos of 78 into cos of 48. Now again here see, we here apply the formula cos c minus cos t. That is a 2 times sine of c plus d upon 2 into sine of d minus c upon 2. The denominator is as it is. Now take the sum of these two terms. That is 2 times sine of 60 and into sine of minus 18. Now if the sum of this is 120 upon 2. 120 upon 2, it becomes 60. And the subtraction of these two is minus 36. Minus 36 upon 2 is minus 18. And now again there is one more formula. Sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. Now see this here. On the right hand side, I had written the formula cos c minus cos d is equals to 2 times sine of c plus d upon 2 and sine of d minus c upon 2. Again, sine of minus theta is minus theta. Now see this here, cos of again, I had written the denominator in this fashion. What is that? The cos of 60 plus 18 into cos of 60 minus 18. Now see this here. We will evaluate. That is equals to minus 2 times sine 60 is root 3 upon 2 and next is sine of 18. Now substitute the value of sine 60, which is root 3 upon 2, and this is sine of 18. And if we evaluate this, then you will get, that is, there is again one more standard result, that is cos of a plus b into cos of a minus b is equals to cos square a minus sine square a. In this case, a is 60 and b is 18, and that's why we have minus 2 into root 3 upon 2 into sine of 18 upon cos square 60 minus sine square 18. Now see this next. 2. Again there is one more value, the value of sine of 18. Now you will say that how this value is come. The next example, we are going to find out the values of sine of 18, cos of 18, sine of 36 and the cos of 36. Now you have to remember this value. That is the sine of 18 is equals to root 5 minus 1 upon 4. In my next example, I had solved these examples. At that time, you remember this value. That is the sine of 18 is equals to root 5 minus 1 upon 4. Now, see this here. The value of cos of 60 is 1 upon 2 minus sine 18, again root 5 minus 1 upon 4 bracket square. We have substituted here and the simple calculation is 2 to get cancelled, and that's why you will get minus root 3. Next, see this calculation. Simple calculations आहेत तिथे, तुम्हाला सहज समजतील या प्रकारचे आहेत. 1 upon 2 bracket square means 1 by 4 minus root 3 upon 1 root 5 minus 1 bracket square upon 16. Again I had written the value of sine of 18, that is equals to root 5 minus 1 upon 4. Now we will simplify here. Root 3 root 5 minus 1 upon 4. Now we have the LCM here, that is we'll multiply here, that is a 4 minus a root of 5 minus 1 bracket square. Now what is here? The LCM is 16. Now here is a 4. Therefore for 16 to the denominator, we will multiply numerator and denominator by 4. And that's why you will get 4 minus in bracket root 5 minus 1 bracket square. Now see this simplification. Root 3 root of 5 minus 1 upon 4 into 16 upon 4 minus root 5 minus 1 bracket square. Now this is the simplification. Now see this. Already normal simplification is here. Multiplication is this 4 minus 4 root 3 in bracket root of 5 minus 1 and 5 minus root 5 minus 1 bracket square. Now this is the expansion of root 5 minus 1 bracket square, that is a minus b bracket square means what? A square minus 2 into a into b, that is a minus 2 root 5 plus 1. Now again the simplification, that is a 4 root 3 into root 5, and this minus minus will become plus 4 root 3. Now see this here. That is a 5 plus 1. This is a 6 minus 2 root 3, and that is equals to minus 4 root 3 in bracket root of 5 minus 1 upon 4 minus 6 plus 2 root 5. This is very simple simplification. Now we have opened the bracket and it's become minus 6 and plus 2 root 5. Now next is, that is a minus 4 root 3 in bracket root of 5 minus 1, 4 minus 6, it's become minus 2 plus 2 root of 5. Now from the denominator, take 2 as common. That is, we have drawn 2 as common. If we take 2 as common, then in bracket you will get root 5 minus 1 and root 5 minus 1 and root 5 minus 1 get cancelled. These two terms will get cancelled. Now see this again. That is, in overall, you have the value that is root 5 minus 1 and there is root 5 minus 1 get cancelled, and the value of these two terms, that is a minus 2 root 3. This is the first part. Now in the second part, we'll find out the values of remaining two values. That is a cosec 384 is equals to cosec 60 plus 24. And again 360 plus 24. It comes in the first quadrant, and in the first quadrant all trigonometric ratios are positive, and here is the integral multiple of the pi. Therefore the function remain as it is. याचा अर्थ असा की हा कोसेक जसाच तसा कोसेक असणार आहे आणि हे फर्स्ट क्वाड्रंट मध्ये जाणार आहे. Cosec 60 plus 20, it goes in first quadrant, and in first quadrant all trigonometric ratios are positive, and that's why we have cosec 24. Now I had written cosec 2 pi plus theta is cosec theta. It comes in first quadrant. Now see this here. This is cosec 2 pi plus theta means cosec theta, and 2 pi plus theta, it comes in again in the first quadrant, and that's why it is a cosec theta, and its sign is plus. This is very long question. Now next value is that is a cosec 96 plus cosec 384, and it is written as like this: cosec 96 plus, instead of cosec 384 I have written cosec 24. And now we will simplify this. या प्रकारे आपण ते लिहिणार आहोत आणि त्या दोन्ही ट्रिग्नोमेट्री फंक्शनची त्यांच्या व्हॅल्यूजची आता टोटल करणार आहोत. त्यासाठी नॉर्मल सिम्प्लिफिकेशन आहे. Now see this here, 1 upon sine of 96 plus 1 upon sine of 24. Now here we will have the cross multiplication. Now see this here, sine of 24 plus sine of 96 upon sine of 96 into sine of 24. Now here we will apply the formula for sine C plus sine D. Now what is sine C plus sine D? That is a 2 times sine of C plus D upon 2 into cos of C minus D upon 2. Now see this here, upon sine of 60 plus 36 and into sine of 60 minus 36. Now we have written in this manner. See this is the very important step, and you have to remember this step. That is sine of 96. 96 means 60 plus 36. 24 means 60 minus 36. This is the common point. 60 is a common point for these two. Now next is again sine C plus sine D, that is a 2 times sine of C plus D upon 2 into cos of C minus D upon 2. Therefore, you will get 2 sine of 96 plus 24. It is a 120 upon 2 means what? sine 60, and here 96 minus 24, 72, and therefore divided by 2 is a 36. Now again there is a one more important formula. What is that formula? The formula is sine of a plus b into sine of a minus b, that is equals to sine of a square minus sine of b square. Now see this, sine square 60 minus sine square 36. That is a 2 times. We will substitute the value of sine 60, which is a root 3 upon 2. And again I am writing one more value, that is a cos of 36. You have to remember this, root 5 plus 1 upon 4. Next, sine 60 is a root 3 upon 2. And the next value is sine of 36, that is 5 minus root 5 upon 8. Now see this. These are the values. Now normal multiplication is here. Their denominator, this is here 8, and to the denominator the square of this term. Now see this, the square root 3 upon 2 means 3 by 4. And now we'll find out the LCM of these two terms, which comes to 8. Now the 2 root 3 root of 5 plus 1 upon. Now here we'll simplify like this. How it is, that is multiplied numerator and denominator here by 2. Then you will get 6 upon 8. Therefore 6 minus in bracket 5 minus root of 5 upon 8. Now see this here. To the denominator, I had not written here 8, and now I am writing here. Now this 8 and 8 get cancelled, and that's why you will get. Now see this term. This 8 get cancelled. 2 root 3 in bracket root of 5 plus 1 is step जशीच्या तशी खाली घेतलेले had taken it is as it is. Only the 8 get cancelled for the denominator. And now what is happening for this denominator? This is a minus sign outside the bracket. It becomes minus 5 plus root 5 minus 5, and this is a plus 6. Therefore it is a 1 plus root of 5. And now root of 5 plus 1, root of 5 plus 1. These two terms get cancelled, and we get the value 2 root 3. And therefore from first we have the value minus 2 root 3, and here we have the value plus 2 root 3. Now see this here, and in the second case we have the value plus 2 root 3, and that's why their sum is equals to 0. Hence the result. This was a very big example. Now see this again. You collect the cosec 48 and the cosec 98 first. Then you find out the value minus 2 root 3, and next 96. That was a plus. Now we'll see the next example. Example number 17. That is a 3 times sin x minus cos of x bracket raised to 4 plus 6 times in bracket sin x plus cos x bracket square plus 4 in bracket sin raised to 6 plus cos raised to 6 is equals to 13. Now see this example. We'll consider the first of all LHS, that is a 3 in bracket sin x minus cos x bracket square and whole square. It becomes 2 into 2, that is become 4 plus 6 sin x plus cos x bracket square, that is a sin square x plus 2 times sin x into cos x plus cos square x. It's a simple expansion of a plus b bracket square. Now in third case, that is sin raised to 6 plus cos raised to 6, it's written as like this: a square and bracket cube plus b square and bracket cube. Now a cube plus b cube in this manner, you will see this here, that is in the first bracket. Now here sin x minus cos x bracket square, that is a sin square x plus cos square x minus 2 times sin x into cos x, and here must be the bracket square right now, plus 6 times sin square x plus cos square x plus 2 sin 2x. That is a 2 sin x into cos x is nothing but the sin of 2x is here. Okay. And the next is, see this here, this is the expansion. Here is we have the 2 times sin x into cos x, that is a sin 2x. And in third case, a cube plus b cube means what? In first bracket a plus b, that is sin square x plus cos square x. In next bracket, sin raised to 4x plus cos raised to 4 minus sin square x into cos square x. Now see this, the value of this is 1, the value of this is also 1, and then we will simplify here. 1 minus sin of 2x, that is a 2 sin x into cos x means sin 2x. In bracket square, I have written it back to bracket square here. Plus 6 times, again this is 1 sin 2x plus 4 in bracket 1. Now see this here, sin raised to 4 plus cos raised to 4. Now we can write in the form of the perfect square, that is sin raised to 4 cos raised to 4 plus 2 times sin square x into cos square x minus 3 times sin square x into cos square x. Now see this here, we have only minus 1 sin square x into cos square x, but here we have taken plus 2 sin square x in cos square x. To balance this plus 2 sin square x into cos square x, we again subtract minus 2 sin square x into cos square x, and therefore this is minus 1 and minus 2, it becomes minus 3 sin square x into cos square x. Now again, this is the perfect square of the sin square x plus cos square x bracket square. Now see this here, 3 in bracket 1 minus sin 2x bracket square plus 6 in bracket 1 plus sin 2x plus 4 in bracket sin square x plus cos square x bracket square minus 3 sin square x into cos square x. And that's why you will get the value of this is 1 minus sin of 2x bracket square minus plus 6 in bracket sin of 2x as it is आपण इथे घेतलेले ते 4 in bracket. Now here the value is 1 and minus 3 sin square x into cos square x. This is very simple step. Now 1 minus sin 2x. Now expansion of this, a minus b bracket square, that is 1 square, minus 2 sin 2x plus sin square 2x plus 6 in bracket 1 plus sin 2x plus 1 into 4 minus 3 in bracket 4 sin square x into cos square x. into cos square x. Now 4 sin square x into cos square x is nothing but sine of 2x in bracket square. That is 3 minus 6 sin 2x, 3 sin square 2x plus 6 plus 6 sine of 2x. Simple multiplication is here. You can see this multiplication, sin 2x and plus 4 minus, now here is sine square 2x. Now here is very important. Now this is the 4 sine square x into cos square x. Means what? You can write this is, that is a 2 sin x into cos x bracket square. But what is a 2 sin x into cos x? 2 sin x into cos x is sine of 2x, but there is a bracket square. Therefore, we have here sine square 2x. Therefore, this is the important. And now all the remaining terms are as it is. That is 6 into 1 is 6. 6 sin 2x. Now see this here. These two terms get cancelled, and next is that is equals to 13. Now we can again see this here. What is happening here? That is a 4. 6 plus 4, that is a 10, and 10 plus 3, that is a 13. Now see this again. I am repeating here. Now these two terms get cancelled. This and this get cancelled. 6 times sin 2x minus 6 times sin 2x get cancelled, and you will get, that is a 3 plus 6, 9, 9 plus 4, that is a 13. Now see this. That is equals to 13, and which is the RHS. And hence the LHS is equals to RHS, and hence the result is true. Example number 18. That is a tan A plus 2 times tan of 2A plus 4 times tan of 4A plus 8 times cot of 8A, and that's equals to cot A. Now this is very interesting example. Now from this we will start here. That is a 8 cot of 8A, and comes here, and finally you will get the cot of A. Now see this here. Consider LHS. Tan A plus 2 times tan of 2A plus 4 times tan of 4A आपण LHS कन्सिडर करणार आहोत, आणि LHS जसं लिहिणार आहोत, आणि एक एक टर्म्स घेणार आहोत. That is a cot of 8A. Therefore, its reciprocal is cot of 8A means what? 1 upon tan of 8A. Tan A plus 2 times tan of A plus 4 times tan of 4A plus 8 upon tan of 8A. Now what is the tan of 2 times theta? Now we will apply this formula. That is a tan of 2 theta. 2 theta means what? 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. In this way, we have here this is very important steps. That is a tan of 8A, and I am writing here tan 2 4A means what? Tan of 2 times theta. and tan of 2 times theta means what? 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. Now see this here. Tan A plus 2 times tan of 2A plus 4 times tan of 4A plus 8 upon 2 tan 4A upon 1 minus tan square 4A. Now multiplied and reciprocal, the term will get in this manner. Tan A plus 2 times tan of 2A plus 4 times tan of 4A plus 8 in bracket 1 minus tan square 4A upon 2 tan of 4A. Now simplify this. This is very important steps here. Now here multiplied and reciprocal. Now we'll simplify here. How simplified here? That is a 2 tan 4A into 4 times tan of 4A. Now this 2 and 4. It becomes 8. 8 of tan of 4A plus 8 in bracket 1 minus tan square 4A. Now this becomes 8 tan square 4A. This is a plus and this is minus. These two terms get cancelled and you will get 8 upon 2 tan of 4A. And this 8 divided by 2, that is 4 upon tan of 4A. Now see these 5 steps. There is a tan A plus 2 times tan of 2A plus 4 times. Now see this here. The steps are like this. Add multiplied here. या steps तुम्ही बघा कशा केलेल्या आहेत. That is a 2 tan 4A into 4 tan of 4A. It becomes 8 tan square 4A plus 8 into 1 minus 8 tan square 4A. Now this is plus and minus get cancel and you will get 8 upon 2 tan of 4A. That is 2 tan of 4A. Therefore, tan A plus 2 times tan of A plus 8 upon 2 tan of 4A. And if we simplify it, you will get 4 upon tan of 4A. 2 times tan of 2A plus 4 upon tan of 4A. Now what is the tan of 4A? That is the 2 times tan of 2A plus 4 upon tan of 4A is nothing but 2 into tan of 2A, and simplify this. Tan of A plus 2 times tan of 2A plus 4 upon 2 tan of 2A upon 1 minus tan square 2A. Now again this is very, that is a tan of 2A, 2 tan of 2A upon 1 minus tan square 2A. Again we will simplify here. That is a tan A plus 2 times tan of 2A plus, now this will be the multiplied and reciprocal, 4 in bracket 1 minus tan square 2A upon 2 tan of 2A. Now 2 tan of 2A into 2 tan of 2A. Then it will become 4 tan square 2A. That is a tan of A plus 4 tan square 2A plus 4 minus 4 tan square 2A. Now these two terms will again get cancelled and you will get, now see this here, these two terms get cancelled. If you multiply 2 tan square 2A, you will get 4 tan square 2A plus 1 into 4, 4 and minus 4 tan square 2A. These two terms get cancelled. Now see this here. That is a tan A plus 4 upon 2 times tan of 2A, and final simplification is here. That is a 2 upon tan of 2a is nothing but 2 times tan a upon 1 minus tan square a. Now we'll simplify here. That is again tan a plus 2 upon 2 tan a upon 1 minus tan square a. Now simplify, this becomes multiplied and reciprocal. That is a tan a plus 1 minus, that is a 2 in bracket. This 2 will get cancelled again. That is a 2 in bracket 1 minus tan square upon 2 tan a. Again simplify this, tan a into tan a, that becomes tan square a. Now see this step. This 2 get cancelled. Tan a plus 1 minus tan square a upon tan a. Tan a into tan a, that will become tan square a plus 1 minus tan square a. Now this plus tan square a minus tan square a get cancelled. You will get 1 upon tan a. Now see this here. That is a tan a plus 1 upon 1 upon minus, sorry, tan square a plus 1 minus tan square a upon tan a. Now these two terms get cancelled. You will get 1 upon tan a, and that is nothing but the cot a, which is our RHS, and hence LHS is equals to RHS. And hence the result is proved. Now the question number 13. If A plus B plus C is equals to 3 pi by A plus B plus C is equal to 3 pi by 2, then cos of 2 plus cos of 2B plus cos of 2C equals to 1 minus 4 sin A into sin B into sin C. We have A plus B plus C is equals to pi by 2. We will find out the value of A plus B. Now A plus equals to 3 pi by 2 minus C. Take the cosine ratio on both sides. That is the cos of A plus cos of 3 pi by 2 minus C is equals to minus C. Now what is happening next? That is the value of A plus B is 3 pi by 2 minus C. Now whenever there is a pi by 2 minus theta, the function changes. Now this cos will become sine, and 3 pi by 2 minus C, it comes in third quadrant, and in third quadrant cos is negative, and that's why we have minus sin C. Therefore cos of A plus B is equals to minus sin C. Hence cos of 2A plus cos of 2B plus cos is equals to. Now here we apply the formula for first these two terms. That is cos plus cos t, that is the 2 cos of C upon 2 into cos upon 2 cos of 2 times C as it is. Now these two get cancelled. You will get 2 times cos of A minus B cos of 2 times C. Now again this here, this is the cos of AB into cos A minus B. Again the value of A plus B. Now A plus B plus C is equals to 3 pi by 2. And here we are replacing the value. आपण इथे A plus B साठी 3 pi by 2 minus C घेत आहोत. And cos of A minus B plus cos of 2C as it is. 2 times cos of 3 by 2 minus C into cos of A minus B plus cos of 2C. Now see this here. Now we will apply the formula, that is a 2 times C into sin T. Next is, now this is a minus 2 times sin C into cos of A minus B 2 times. plus. Now see this here, one more formula. That is the cos of 2 times theta. What is the cos of 2 times theta? That is a cos square theta minus sin square theta. Or 2 cos square theta minus 1. And last is 1 minus 2 sin square theta. Therefore, cos of 2c is equals to 1 minus 2 sin square c. Now, see this here. This is 1. We have taken this up. Minus 2 sin c, cos of a minus b minus 2 sin square c. These two terms we take minus 2 sin c as common. Then in bracket cos of a minus b c. The sin c is again written as 3 pi by 2 minus in bracket plus b. Now see this again here. From these two terms, and that is from this term and this term we have taken minus 2 sin c common. And here c is replaced by, that is a plus b plus c is equals to 3 pi by 2, and that's why c is equals to 3 pi by 2 minus in bracket a plus b. Now see this here. Now the sign of 3 pi by 2, that is it comes in again in the third quadrant. In third quadrant is negative and that will become plus. That is, the sign will become cos, that is the minus bracket minus cos of a plus b bracket complete. Now this minus minus will become plus. That is 1 minus 2 sin c cos of a minus b plus b is equals to 1 minus 2 c in bracket cos of. Now here we will apply the formula cos, that is if a or now which formula we are applying here. That is the cos of a minus b plus cos of a plus b. Now expand this cos of a minus b. That is the cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. What about this cos of a plus b? That is the cos a plus cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. And therefore we will get here that is the 2 times sin a into sin b. See this here. See this here. That is equals to 2 times sin a into sin b. Now see this here. If we take that is a minus 2 times sin c as a common, then here you will get as a plus sign. I had mistake here. That is, here must be the plus sign. Here is also plus sign and here is also plus sign. And that's you will get, that is here is a minus sign. Here must be the minus sign here. And now when if we expand this, that is the cos of a minus b minus cos of a plus b, then you will get 2 times sin a sin b. Here must be the minus sign here. Now see this here. We'll make here small correction. That is, here we will have the my plus sign here. That is, here is a plus sign. And again, now see this here. We are making the correction here. It must be the plus sign. And overall, that is a minus, and this plus becomes overall it's a minus 1. And cos of a minus b minus cos of a plus b, that is you will get the first term, that is a cos a cos b, and minus cos a cos b get cancelled. And this is a plus sin a sin b, and this is the minus, and again here is minus, that will become plus, that is you will get 2 times sin a into sin b, and overall you are getting 1 minus 4 sin a sin b and into sin c. and in this way we have completed. Now next, now here also I am changing the sign, that is the cos of a minus b plus sin c. Now see this next. That is, I had not taken that is, here is the plus sign here. Now the next is now I had changed the sign. This is the plus sign. And that's why the LHS is equals to RHS. That is proved. Now the question number 20. In any triangle ABC, sin A minus cos B is equals to cos C, then that angle B is equals to pi by 2. We know that is a cos x plus cos y is equals to 2 times cos of x plus y upon 2 into cos of x minus y upon 2. Therefore, a plus b plus c is equals to pi. These are the angles of the triangles. That is, a plus b plus c is equals to pi. Sum of the measures of all angles of the triangles is 180. And that's why a is equals to pi minus in bracket b plus c. Now we have here, that is, the cos x minus cos y is equals to 2 times sine of, or minus 2 times sine of x plus y upon 2 into sine of x minus y upon 2. If we take, that is, here is a, now remember also this formula, that is, here we have taken the minus sign, and if you don't want the minus sign, then you can take here d y minus x, then here must be the plus sign. Now we'll continue. That is, a sin A minus cos B is equals to cos C. Now this can be written as, that is, a sin A is equals to cos B plus cos C. Therefore, sin in bracket pi minus in bracket b plus c is equals to, now here we'll apply the formula for cos b plus cos c, that is, a 2 times cos of b plus c upon 2 into cos of b minus c upon 2. Cos of b minus c upon 2. Now here is a pi minus sine theta, therefore the function remains as it is, that is, a sine of b plus c, that is, a sine of 2 times theta is equals to 2 sine theta into cos theta, and we get here that is a sine of pi minus theta is equals to sine theta. Now see this here, that is a sine of b plus c. We'll get here b plus c. 2 times sine of b plus c upon 2 into cos of b plus c upon 2. Now this is very interesting here. Now what is here? That is a sine of b plus c. Suppose this is, now we'll apply the formula, that is sine of 2 times theta is equals to 2 sine theta into cos theta. Therefore sine of b plus c is equals to means what? 2 sine of b plus c upon 2 into cos of b plus c upon 2. Then cos of b plus c on both sides will get cancelled. Now see this. Also by sine of 2 times theta. Here again I am repeating. There is a 2 sine theta into cos theta. That is a 2 times sine of b plus c upon 2 into cos of b plus c upon 2. And on the both sides we have the two terms common. That is the 2 times cos of b plus c upon 2 and cos of b plus c upon 2. These two terms will get cancelled here. That is a 2 cos of b plus c upon 2. 2 cos of b plus c upon 2. Now see this here. Now here. That is a sine of b plus c upon 2 is equals to cos of b minus c upon 2. Therefore, we will change here. What is sine theta? That is the cos of 90 minus theta. In the same way, sine of b plus c upon 2 can be written as cos of pi by 2. That is a 90 minus theta. That is a pi by 2 minus b plus c upon 2 is equals to cos of b minus c upon 2. Now on the both sides there are the same trigonometric ratios. It means that though the angles are different, they must be equal here. Therefore, we write here pi by 2 minus b plus c upon 2 is equals to b minus c upon 2. Now, see this here. Pi by 2 b plus c upon 2 minus b minus c upon 2. Now, here we have applied again the formula for the cos c minus cos d. That is a minus 2 times sine of c plus d upon 2 and sine of c minus d upon 2. Now here is a c, pi by 2 minus b plus c upon 2 and d is a b minus c upon 2 and sine of subtraction of these two terms bracket equals to 0. Now b plus will simplify here. Now there are the big terms, that's why my screen is moving ups and downs. Equals to 0. That is a 2 is not equals to 0, then what will happen? That is a pi by 2 minus c upon 2 and the sine of. That is the terms b get cancelled. It's a minus b by 2 plus b by 2 get cancelled. And in this case here, that is the sine of pi by 2 minus b upon 2 equals to 0. That is pi by 4 minus c by 2 and the sine of pi by 4 minus b by 2 and that's equals to 0. Therefore, sine of pi by 4 minus c by 2 in that is equals to 0 or the sine of pi by 4 minus b by 2 equals to 0. But when that will become 0, the angle must equals to 0 and sine of pi by 4 minus b by 2 equals to 0. That's why c by 2 is equals to pi by 4 and b by 2 is equals to pi by 4 and that's why c is equals to pi by 2, 2 times pi by 2 and b is equals to 2 times pi by 2 and that's why the value of b is pi by 2. That is it. Now see this again here. The value of c is equals to pi by 2 and the value of b is pi by 2 and hence it is approved. Now here. Now we'll see the next example now. Hence it is approved. P is equals to pi by 2. Now the example number 21. Tan cube x upon 1 plus tan square plus cube x upon 1 plus cot square x is equals to sec x into cosec x to sin x into cos x. Now we'll simplify here. Now the next example is, there is a tan cube x upon 1 plus tan square x plus cot cube x upon 1 plus cot square x. We are considering the cross multiplication. That is equals to sec square x plus cube x upon 1 plus cot square x is a cosec square x. Therefore, they are reciprocals. That is the reciprocal of sec square is a cos square x, and reciprocal of cosec square is a sin square x. And now we'll simplify here. Sin cube x upon cube x into cos square x plus cos cube x upon sin cube x into sec x. Now the cancellations of the terms are sin cube x upon cos x. Now this is very plus cos cube x upon sin x. Now the multiplication, cross multiplication is sin raised to 4x plus cos 4x sin x into cos x. Now next is sin square x plus cos square x. That is sin raised to 4x plus 2 times sin square x into cos square x minus 2 times sin square x into cos square x. Note these steps because we have to form the numerator as a square of the sin square x plus cos square x. Now these are the original terms. We have added the 2 times sin square x into cos square x minus 2 sin square x into cos square x. Now this is the perfect square of sin square x plus cos square x. Now see this again here. Sin square x plus cos square x bracket square minus 2 times sin square x cos square x now plus cos square is 1, that is minus 2 sin square x into cos square x upon sin x into cos x. Normal simplification is here. Now split up this, that is the 1 upon sin x into cos x minus 2 sin square x into cos square x sin x into cos x. Therefore you will get sec x into cosec x. That is, and here is a sin x cos x get cancelled. You will get 2 sin x. See this again here. That is a 2 sin x into cos x, and that is nothing but the sin. Or you can write, keep it as it is, that is a 2 sin x into cos x, and that is the RHS, and is equals to RHS. Now the next example. That is sine 20 degree, sine of 40 degree, sine of 80 degree. That is equals to root 3 upon 8. This example. That is LHS. We consider the LHS. It's sine 40, 80. Yes. That is 1 upon 2 sine 40 into sine 80. Balance here 2. And that is nothing but 2 times sine 40 into sine 80. That is nothing but the expansion of sine. That is a 2 times sine of A into B. That's 2 times sine 80 into, sine 80 into sine of 40. That is a 2 times cos C into, that is a cos of C cos 40 minus 120. That is 2 times sin A sin, that is equals to cos of A minus B and cos of A plus B. We can evaluate this type of the formula, just that is where there was a correction in the example. Now 2 sin A sin B, that is cos 40, and cos of 120 can be written as cos of 90 plus that, and whenever there is a 90 angle, that is a pi by 2, the function is cos comes in the second quadrant and that will become plus. That is a cos of 90 plus theta. It comes in second quadrant. In second quadrant, cos is negative, and this minus and this minus will become plus here. That is a cos of 40 plus sin of 30. Now here we will apply the formula. That is 1 upon 2 sin 20 cos of 40 is 1 upon 2. Now simplify here. Sin 20 cos of 40 plus 1 by 4 sin of 20. Now again to adjust here, that is a 1 by 4, 2 sin 20 sin 40, 1 by 4 sin 20. Therefore we will get 1 by 4. Again sin 60 plus sin of minus 20, 40 minus 20 minus 40, that is minus sin of 20. Again 2 times cos B, that is equals to sin of A plus sin of A minus B, and we get here minus 20, and minus 20 is minus, that is minus sin 20 minus sin 20 plus 1 by 4 20, that is 1 by 4 sin 60, 1 by 4 sin 20 plus 1 by 4 sin. Now these two terms get cancelled. We will get 1 by 4 sin 16. Sin 60 is root 3 upon 2, 3 upon 8. अशी काही एक्झाम्पल्स असतात की त्या एक्झाम्पल्सला त्याच प्रकारच्या स्टेप्स नसतात. काही एक्झाम्पल्स हे वेगळ्या प्रकारचे असतात. त्यासाठी त्या एक्झाम्पल्स पुन्हा पुन्हा सराव करणं जास्त गरजेचं आहे. There are some examples which are the different from the regular steps, and that's why you have to remember these type of the examples and do the practice more and more, and you can solve at the time of the examination. Now the next is, and hence LHS is equal to. Now the example number 23. Sin of 18 degree, that is equals to root 5 minus 1 upon 4. And for example, that is example number 16. I told that I will explain how to find out the value of sin of 18 degree. Now see this here. The value of the sin of 18 degrees find out in action. That is theta is equals to 18. 2 times theta is equals to 36 and 3 times theta 4. And now we have considered here, that is a 2 theta plus 3 theta, and that's equals to 90. Therefore sin of 2 theta is equals to 90 minus 3 theta. Therefore sin is equals to sin of 90 minus theta, and that is 2 times theta is nothing but 2 cos, and the cos of 3 theta. Now what is the value of cos of 3 theta? That is a 4 cos theta minus 3 cos of theta. Now take the cos of theta as a cancel on both sides the cos of theta. Then you will get the quadratic equation in terms of sin theta. Now see this, very interesting. Take cos theta as common, then cos theta get cancelled. Then you will get 2 sin theta is equals to 4 cos square theta. 4 cos square theta. I am making the cube here. 4 cos square theta. That is 2 sin theta is equals to cos square theta means what? 1 minus sin square theta. And simplify this. That is you will get the quadratic equation in sine theta. Now see this here. That is a 2 sine theta is equals to 4 minus 4 sine square theta minus 3. That is a 4 sine square theta plus 2 sine theta plus 3 minus 4 equals to 0. Normal simplification is here. Now if you want to write this here. That is a 4 sine square theta plus 2 sine theta plus 3 minus 4. That's equals to 0. Therefore, 4 sine square theta plus 2 sine theta minus 1 equals to 0. Now this is the quadratic equation in terms of the sine theta. Now solve by using the formula. We cannot solve this type of the quadratic equation. Therefore, we apply here the formula, that is a minus 2b plus or minus in root of b square minus 4ac upon 2 times a. Now here, that is a b is 2 here, that is a minus 2 plus or minus in root of b square minus 4ac. Now you can see this is the formula I have applied here. If you want to see the quadratic equation in terms of the sine theta, you can see here. That is a minus 2 plus or minus. That is a 4 into 5. That is the square root of 4 is 2. That is a 2 plus or minus 2 root of 5 upon it. Take 2 as common. And that's why you will get minus 1 plus or minus root of 5 upon 4. Therefore, sine of 18 degree is equals to minus 1 plus or minus root of 5 upon 4. Now sine of 18 degree, it lies in first quadrant, and in the first quadrant value is sine of 18 degree is equals to minus 1 plus root of 5 upon 4. Now next is see this here. I had changed that. That is the cos of 36 degree is equals to root of 5 plus 1 upon 4. That is the cos 36 is equals to 2 times cos of theta, and that's equals to cos of 2 times 18 degree. And that is equals to cos of 2 times theta is equals to 1 minus 2 sine square theta. That is the cos of, that is equals to root of 5 minus 1 upon 4 bracket square. Now simplify this. That is a 1 minus 2 root of 5 minus 1 whole square upon 16. Now simplify this. That is a 1 minus 2 root of 5 minus 1 upon it, and now root of 5 minus 1 bracket square. Now here is a 8 into 1, that is a 8 minus root of 5 minus 1 bracket square. Now simplify this. Root of 5 minus 1 bracket square, that is a 8 minus root of 5 square minus 2 times root 5 into 1 plus 1 upon 8. That is equals to 5 minus 2 root 5 plus 1 upon 8. Now simplify this. That is a 8 plus 6 minus 2 root 5 upon 8. And that is equals to 8 minus 6 plus root 5 upon 8. That is a 2 plus 2 root 5 upon 8. Take 2 as a common. Then you will get 2 in bracket 1 plus root 5 upon 8. That is a 1 plus root of 5 upon 4. And this is the value of cos of 36 degree. That is a 1 plus root 5 upon 4. Now we'll see the next example. Example number 25. That is a sine 36 degree is equals to 10 minus 2 root of 5 upon 4. Now see this here. That is sine square theta plus cos square theta, that is equals to 1. And now just we have find out the value of the cos of 36, and that is equals to 1 minus, that is a sine of 36 is equals to 1 minus cos square 36, and that is equals to 1 minus the value of cos of 36 is 1 plus root of 5 upon 4 bracket square, that is in root of, now the expansion of this, that is 1 plus root 5 bracket square means what? 1 plus 5 plus 2 root 5 upon 4. 4 means what? That is a 16, is the square of 4. Now simplify this. 1 plus 5, that is 6. That is 1 into 16 is a 16 minus, now see this simplification. That is a 16 minus 6 minus 2 root 5 upon, this is the simplification, upon 16. And now there is, this is, that is 16 into 1. 16 minus 6 minus 2 root 5 upon 16. Now plus 16 and minus 6, that becomes 10 minus 2 root 5 upon 16. Now see this next step. That is a 10 minus 2 root 5 upon 16. And if we take, that is a, you can take 2 as common or simplify or anything. That is root of 16 is 4, and that's why the value of sine of 36 is equals to in root of 10 minus 2 root of 5 upon 4. Now the next example. Example number 26. That is a sine of pi by 8 radian is equals to 1 upon 2, 2 minus root 2. We have, that is a cos of 2x is equals to 1 minus 2 sine square x. Now we have the different formulas for the sine of 2x, cos of 2x, sorry. What are the different formulas? The formulas are, they are the cos of 2x is equals to cos square x minus sine square x, cos square x minus sine square x, and next is 1 minus 2 sine square x, and last is 2 cos square x minus 1. Out of this we are considering this formula. Now see this again here. That is sine square x equals to 1 minus cos of 2x upon 2. Now this is very interesting here. That is sine x is equals to plus or minus, take the square root on both sides. That is you will get. Now see this. Sine square x is equals to 1 minus cos of 2x upon 2. Therefore sine x is equals to plus or minus in root of 1 minus cos of 2x upon 2. Now sin x is equals to, now here is a plus or minus, and our that angles lies in first quadrant, it is positive. Now see this again here. That is a sin x is equals to, that is a sine of x by 2 is equals to, that is a cos of x. When there is a sin x here, now again see this here. I am repeating here. That is sin x is equals to 1 minus cos of 2x. Okay. Then what is the sine of x by 2? Sine of x by 2 is equals to plus or minus in root of 1 minus cos of x whole divided by 2. Now see this again here. Now sin x is equals to plus or minus Sine of x by 2 is equals to plus or minus 1 minus cos x. This is important. Now when this is x, here is a 2x. Where is a x by 2? Then it becomes x. Now see this here. Now put here x is equals to pi by 4 because we want to find out the value of pi by 8 radian. Therefore x is equals to pi by 4, and we know the value of pi by 4, and cos of pi by 4 is 1 by root 2, and then simplify, you will get the answer. That is the 1 minus 1 upon root 2 upon 4. Now simplify here. That is sine of pi by 8 is a positive. That's why we have taken it's a positive. 1 that is a root 2 minus 1 upon 2 root 2. That is a root 2 minus 1 upon 2 root 2. Now multiplied, that is why I have multiplied here numerator and denominator by root 2 here for simplification here. Now simplify here. That is a root 2 minus 1 into root 2 upon 2. Now see this here again. Root 2 into root 2, that become 2. 2 into 2, 4. All the steps I had explained very in a simple manner so that a normal student can understand this. And therefore, now what is the square root of 4? That is 1 upon 2 in root of 2 minus root 2. And that's why sine of pi by 8 radian is equals to 1 upon 2 in root of 2 minus root 2. 1 by 2 in root of 2 minus root 2. And this is the answer. Now next is question number 27. That is a tan of pi by 8 is equals to root 2 minus 1. We know that tan of 2 times theta is equals to 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. And that's why tan of pi by 4 is equals to 2 tan of pi by 8 minus 1, that is 1 of 2 tan of pi by 8 upon 1 minus tan square pi by 8. Now what is the value of the tan of pi by 4? Tan pi by 4 is 1, and that is equals to 1 minus 2 tan of pi by 8 upon 1 minus tan square pi by 8. And that's why 1 minus tan square pi by 8 is equals to 2 tan of pi by 8. That is tan square pi by 8 plus 2 tan of pi by 8 minus 1 equals to 0. And now this is the quadratic equation, tan of pi by 8. That's why that is a tan of x square plus 2x minus 1, and we'll solve this equation by using the formula, that is x is equals to minus b plus or minus in root of b square minus 4ac. That is equals to x is equals to minus 2 plus or minus in root of b square minus 4ac, that is a 2 square minus 4 into 1 into minus 1 upon 2 into 1, and that is equals to minus 2 plus or minus 4 plus 4 upon 2, that is a minus 2 plus or minus 4 plus 4 8 upon 2, and that is a 4 means what? 2 into 4, and take the square root of that 4 is 2, take 2 as common. Very simple calculations are there. That is a 2 minus plus or minus in root of, this is very simple, not necessary more to explain here. These two get cancelled, you'll get minus 1 plus a root plus or minus root 2, but our angle lies in, our trigonometry function lies in the first quadrant, it is a positive, and that's why x is equals to, that is a tan of pi by 8 is equals to, whether I have taken is the Yes, I had taken is the root 2 minus 1, and that's why its value is a tan of pi by 8 is equals to root 2 minus 1, and hence the result. Now the question number 28. Now all the examples are the very different one. They are not similar one in the trigonometry. To prove the above, we will prove this, that is the tan x into tan of 60 minus x into tan of 60 plus x into tan of 60 minus x, that is equals to tan of 3x. This is very important result. Now see this result, tan x into tan of 60 plus x into tan of 60 minus x, that is equals to tan of 3x by using this result. Now what is do? First of all we'll do here, आपण इथे सर्वप्रथम काय करणार, tan of 60 plus x will expand here, tan of 60 plus x याचं expansion करणार, tan of 60 minus x देखील आपण expansion करणार, and their multiplication. Now see this here, tan of 60 plus x, that is a tan of 60 plus tan x upon 1 minus tan 60 into tan x. Next is tan of 60 is root 3 plus 1, root 3 plus tan x upon 1 minus root 3 into tan x. That is the tan of 60 plus x. This is the first part. It's very simple one. Next is tan of 60 minus x. What is the tan of 60 minus x? Tan 60 minus tan x upon 1 plus, there must be the plus sign. I'm making mistake there. Now I will change here. If it is not changed, that is, there must be the plus sign. Now I will change it. Now see this here. Now I will change it. Now see this here. Here must be the plus sign. Okay. Now we'll see. You write it a plus sign. Next is now will they make the product of these two terms. I had taken here the values. Now here I had taken it as a plus sign for the second term. I will write here plus. That is the tan 60 plus tan x upon 1 minus tan 60 into tan x upon tan 60 minus tan x upon 1 plus tan 60 into tan x. Now their multiplication. That is the tan square 60 minus tan square 60. And what is the value of the, that we will substitute the value. Tan 60 is root 3 plus tan x upon 1 minus root 3 into tan x in second bracket. Root 3 minus tan x upon 1 plus root 3 into tan x. Now their multiplications. Now what is the multiplication? A plus b, a minus b. Then you will get a square minus b square, that is a 3 minus tan square x upon 1 minus 3 tan square x. Now this is very important steps here. Now to the numerator and the denominator we are multiplying here tan x upon tan x. And after the multiplication you will get 3 tan x minus tan cube x upon 1 minus 3 tan square x. And that is nothing but the tan of 3x. And this divided by the tan x, it comes on the left hand side and it becomes a tan x into tan of 60 plus x and tan of 60 minus x, and that's equals to tan of 3x. This is very important formula. Now see this here. This is, that is a tan x, that is the 3 tan x minus tan cube x upon, I make small mistakes, don't multiply to the denominator. Keep the denominator term as it is at the tan square x. Now, therefore, tan x into tan of 60 divided by tan x. So, right hand side like that. Left hand side like that, tan x into tan of 60 plus x into tan of 60 minus x is equals to 3 tan x minus tan cube x upon 1 minus 3 tan square x. Now by using this result, we will prove our example. And that's why at the starting, सुरुवातीलाच मी सांगितलं होतं की हा एक्सरसाइज या एक्सरसाइज मधला हा शेवटचा टप्पा फार अवघड आहे. त्यामध्ये भरपूर तुम्हाला कन्सिडरेशन्स करून ते प्रूव्ह करावे लागतील, काही रिझल्ट्स, अँड वी विल अप्लाय दिस रिझल्ट to solve using the given example. Now by using the above result, first x is equals to 6 degree, then tan of 6 degree, tan of 60 minus 6 degree, and tan of 60 plus 6 degree, and that is equals to tan of 3x, that is a tan of 18 degree, tan of 6 degree, tan of 66, and tan of 54. म्हणजे हे राइट हँड लेफ्ट हँड साइडचा 54 इकडे आपण राइट हँड साइडला डिवाइडला आणलेला आहे. नाउ पुट x is equals to 18 degree, that is a tan x, tan of 60 minus x into tan of 60 plus x, and that is equals to tan of 3x. Now replace here x by, that is a tan of 18, tan of 60 minus 18 into tan of 60 plus 18, and that is equals to tan of 3 into 18, that is equals to 54. And that's why tan of 78 into tan of 42, that is 60 minus 42, and that is equals to tan of 54 upon tan of 18. Therefore, their multiplication म्हणजे लेफ्ट हँड साइडला मल्टिप्लाय करणार आणि राइट हँड साइडला मल्टिप्लाय करणार. दॅट इज अ tan of 6 into tan of 6 into 66 into tan of 42 into tan of 78, and that is equals to tan of 18 upon tan of 54 into tan of 54 upon tan of 18. And this is the term, and these two terms get cancelled here, and that's why to the RHS we have the 1. Now see this here, that is equals to 1. Therefore tan of 6 degree, tan of 42 degree, tan of 66 degree into tan of 78 degree, and that is equals to 1, and hence the result is proved here. म्हणून काही एक्झाम्पल्स ही अवघड आहेत. जर तुम्हाला ते सॉल्व्ह करायचे असतील तर जास्तीत जास्त सराव तुम्हाला करावा लागणार आहे त्यामध्ये. Again, this is the longest video for me. The next is now the example number 29. That is a sine of 47 degree plus sine of 61 degree minus sine of 11 degree minus sine of 2 degree is equals to cos of 7 degree. Now again, this is very important and tough example. That's sine of 47 plus sine of 61 minus sine of 11 degree minus sine of 2 degree here. Now here we will apply the formulas, that is a sin c minus sin d, that is the first 47, 25 and 61 minus 11. We have to select this type of the terms, then and then you will get the answer. Now sin c minus sin d, that is the 2 times cos of c plus d upon 2 into sin of c minus d upon 2. Here c is a 47 and d is a 25. These examples are very difficult. Normal student cannot be understand. They want to do the more and more practice. Now the next is a sin 61 minus sin of 11. That is the cos of 61 plus 11 upon 2 into sin of 61 minus 11 upon 2. And that's why you will get their addition. That is 72 upon 2. Therefore cos of 66 and sin of 11 here. 2 times cos of 66 and sin of 25. Here is a 2 times cos of 66. Take the common. Then in bracket you will get sin of 11 degree and the sin of 25. That is a 2 times cos of 36 degree. And here we will apply the formula. That is the sin of c plus sin d. That is the 2 times sin of c plus d upon 2 into cos of c minus d upon 2. That is 11 minus 25 upon 2. And that's why you will get 2 times cos of 36, 2 times sin of 18. That is the 36 upon 2, 18. And here is, I think that there is a minus 25 minus 14 upon 2. That is the cos of minus 7 and cos of minus 7 degree. That is the 2 times cos of 36 into 2 times sin of 18 degree. That is the cos absorb the negative sign. Cos of minus theta is cos theta. And that's why 4 times 2 into 2, 4 cos of 36 sin of 18 and the cos of 7, and therefore that is a value of, now we'll substitute the value, that is the cos of 36 means what, root 5 plus 1 upon 4, and cos of 18 means what, root 5 minus 1 upon 4. Now simplify this 4 get cancelled, and you will get root of 5 minus 1 into root of 5 plus 1, root of 5 plus 1 into root of 5 minus 1 upon 4. That is the 5 minus 1 upon 4 into cos of 7. 4 upon 4, that is the cos of 7 degree. And hence the result, this is our RHS, and hence LHS is equals to RHS. Now the next example, that is equals to cos of 7 degree. Therefore the result is proved. Now the example number 30, that is a root 3 cosec 20 degree minus sec of 20 degree, that is equals to 4. We will simplify here. That is a root 2 cosec 20 minus sec of 20. Root 3 upon sin of 20 minus reciprocal of sec of 20, that is 1 upon cos of 20. That is a root 3 into cos of 20 minus sin of 20 upon sin 20 into cos 20. That is root 3 upon 2 cos of 20 minus, that is, we have taken 2 as common, then therefore in bracket you will get, that is, take the 2 as common, therefore in bracket you will get root 3 upon 2 cos of 20 minus 1 upon 2 sin of 20, and for the denominator also multiply n and d here by 2, that is 1 upon 2, 2 in bracket 2 sin of 20 into cos of 20. Now see this here, that is 2 sin of 20 into cos of 20. Now all are 20, 20. Therefore, this 2 upon 1 upon 2, it becomes 4. This is the root 3 by 2 means what? Sin 60 cos 20 minus cos 60 sin of 20. That's divided by sin 40 into 2. And therefore, an expansion. Now what is here? This is expansion of sin of a minus b. That is a sin of 60 minus 20 upon sin of 40, and it get cancelled. That is sin 40 upon sin of 40, that is equals to 4, and hence it is RHS. Therefore LHS is equals to RHS, and hence the result is proved. Now the next example number 31. In triangle ABC, angle C is equals to 2 pi by 3. C is equals to 2 pi by 3 means what? The angle C is 120, and the sum of the remaining two angles is 60 degree. Then prove that cos square A plus cos square B minus cos of A into cos of B is equals to 3 by 4. Therefore, LHS is equals to, now, that is a cos square A plus cos square B minus cos of A cos of B. Therefore, cos square A, what is the value of B there? The value of B is pi by 3 minus A. Now how this is? That is, I'll find out it. That is, C is 2 pi by 3. A plus B plus C is equals to 180. That is pi. And C is A plus B is equals to pi minus 2 pi by 3. That is equals to pi by 3. And therefore B is equals to pi by 3 minus A. And therefore we will have B is equals to pi by 3. Now again we will substitute here cos A and the cos of pi by 3 minus A. Now you will, all the terms are in the form of the A. Therefore you will get cos square A plus cos of A minus B bracket square minus cos A cos of pi by 3. That is the cos of A minus B means what? Cos A cos B plus sin A sin B, bracket complete. Now the expansion cos square A plus cos of pi by 3 minus A. Now what will happen? That is the cos of pi by 3 into cos A plus sin of pi by 3 into sin A, bracket square. That is it. Cos of pi by 3 into cos square A minus now see this here multiplication cos of pi by 3 into cos square A plus sine of, not there must be minus sign here. I will change here minus sign. That is the cos square A. What is the cos of pi by 3 is 1 upon 2 cos A plus sine of pi by 3 is root 3 by 2 into sine A bracket square minus, this is the cos of pi by 3 is again 1 upon 2 cos square A. Now again I am not changed here minus sign. Now we'll see here up to what it will come. That is the cos square A. That is here is A minus B bracket square 1 by 4 cos square A plus 2 times 1 upon 2 into root 3 by 2 into sine into cos A plus the square of this, that is the 3 by 4 sine square A minus cos square by 2 cos square A by 2, and again I had written that is here root 3 by 2 into sine A into cos A, root 3 by 2. Now I will change here, this is will be the plus and here is a minus, and that two terms will be get cancelled here, and that's why that is a cos square A plus 1 by 4 cos square A, it become 3 cos square A plus 3 by 4 sine square A. Now see these two terms get, that is a root 3 upon 2 sine A into cos A, and now here yes. Now I have changed the sign. These two terms will get cancelled now. So there is a minus sign. That two terms will get cancelled. Here is a cos square A by 2 and here is a cos square A. That therefore you will get 1 upon 2 cos square A plus 1 by 4 cos square A. Now see this, I am again marking here. And if you add these two terms, you will get 3 by 2 cos square A. What about next? 3 by 4 sin square A is here. And now these two terms get cancelled. You can see now clearly. All these terms get cancelled. Here is the negative sign. And now see this here. Now take 3 by 4 cos square A as a common. And in bracket you will get cos square A plus sin square A. 3 by 4, that is equals to 3 by 4, which is our RHS, and hence LHS is equals to RHS, and hence the result is true. And in this way we have completed the complete miscellaneous for the Trigonometry-II chapter number 3. I hope that you have understood all the questions, whatever that I had explained. We will see in the next video. Till then, goodbye. And in this way, we have completed all the examples from the miscellaneous exercise. I hope that you have understood all the examples from this video. Now we'll see in the next video. आणि अशा प्रकारे एक्झाम्पल नंबर 16 to 31 मी पूर्ण केले आहेत. मला असं वाटतं की हे सर्व एक्झाम्पल्स तुम्हाला निश्चितच समजलेले असतील. यानंतर we'll see in the next video. Till then, goodbye.